What wants can I eliminate today? Every day we are asked to want more money, more possessions, more recognition, more comfort, more security. And yet, with every new desire, life becomes heavier, not lighter, because wants are not neutral, they are chains. Seneca wrote, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." This poverty of desire afflicts even those with plenty. The mansion is never big enough, the applause is never loud enough, the bank account is never full enough. We think wants will energize us, but in truth they drain us. Think of your mind like a room. Every want is another piece of clutter shoved inside. The more you stuff it with, the harder it is to breathe, the harder it is to move, the harder it is to see what actually matters. Now imagine removing just one piece of clutter, one shallow want, one craving that never really served you. The space clears, the air flows, the light returns. That is the power of elimination. This does not mean we abandon all ambition or refuse all pleasure. The Stoics enjoyed meals, friendships, art, conversation, but they enjoyed them with gratitude, not with greed. Before we continue, I want to share something important with you. We've seen that a large number of our viewers, perhaps even you, listen regularly but haven't yet subscribed. If this message has resonated with you so far, if you find even a moment of stillness or clarity in these reflections, we kindly ask you to consider subscribing. This channel is not about noise, it's not about trends, it's about service. And I can promise you this, our small but committed team will continue doing everything we possibly can to bring you value every single week. Thoughtfully researched, carefully written, quietly powerful. All we ask in return is that you join us by subscribing and turn on notifications so you never miss your next moment of insight. Let's walk this path together. Part 2. The Trap of False Needs, How Modern Life Confuses Comfort with Necessity. Walk into any store, scroll through any feed. You will be told you are lacking something. A newer phone, a faster car, a younger body, a bigger house. But ask yourself, how many of these are truly needs? And how many are carefully crafted illusions, whispering to you that life is incomplete unless you have this one more thing? The Stoics were radical in their clarity. The Stoics were radical in their clarity. A need, food, water, shelter, safety. A want, almost everything else. Epictetus taught his students that freedom was not found in owning more, but in needing less. He said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." Every desire feels urgent. It whispers, "You must have me, or you will be incomplete." But the Stoics remind us, nothing enslaves the soul more quickly than unexamined desire. Epictetus taught his students to pause whenever a desire appeared. He told them, "When you are delighted with anything, be not too delighted, but say, 'I am delighted with this, but it is a fragile thing.'" The teaching is simple. Wants are fragile. They break easily. And if your happiness depends on them, your happiness breaks too. Discipline is the counterweight to desire. It is the strength to say, "I will not let this want dictate my peace." At first, this feels like loss. You deny yourself the purchase, the indulgence, the applause. But slowly, something unexpected happens. You begin to feel lighter, not heavier. You realize your worth is intact, even without the object you craved. You realize the want was never essential. Marcus Aurelius, who lived surrounded by wealth and power, constantly reminded himself not to be seduced by luxuries. He wrote, "Do not hanker after what you do not have. Instead, fix your attentions on the finest and best that you have, and imagine how much you would long for them if they weren't in your possession." This is the discipline of gratitude. It turns desire into appreciation. Discipline is like a muscle. The more you practice eliminating wants, the easier it becomes. Say no once and you feel deprived. Say no twice and you feel resilient. Imagine walking into a room with nothing but what you need. A table, a chair, a light, a book. Nothing screams for your attention. Nothing pulls your mind in 100 directions. The air feels clear. The silence feels alive. That is the power of simplicity. The modern world tells us joy is in addition. One more thing, one more upgrade, one more layer of comfort. But the Stoics knew joy is most often found in subtraction. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. Consider food. Do you need gourmet meals to survive? No. And yet, when you can enjoy a simple loaf of bread, a piece of fruit, a glass of water? Consider clothing. Do you need endless wardrobes? No. Consider leisure. Do you need constant entertainment? No. Simplicity does not mean emptiness, it means clarity. The musician does not play every note, he plays the right ones. The painter does not fill the canvas with clutter. She selects the strokes that bring the image to life. In the same way, life is not measured by how much we add, but by how much we refine. The Stoics never treated philosophy as theory. For them, philosophy was practice. It was daily work, small, simple, repeated, and in those repetitions the soul was strengthened. So how do we take this idea of eliminating wants and make it part of our lives? We begin with a single question each morning. What want can I release today? Perhaps it is the want for praise, the itch to check if others approve, if they notice, if they admire. Today, let it go. Perhaps it is the want for excess, the second serving you don't need, the impulse purchase that offers a rush but no meaning. Today, let it go. Perhaps it is the want for control, the endless rehearsing of outcomes, the attempt to script tomorrow before it arrives. Today, let it go. Trust that the same strength that carried you through yesterday will carry you through tomorrow. Marcus Aurelius practiced this discipline each day. He reminded himself that life is fleeting, that death could come at any hour, and that most of what we cling to is dust in waiting. He wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. When you remember how fragile life is, you no longer waste it chasing endless cravings. You choose instead to live it well, with focus, with gratitude, with presence." Seneca offered this challenge. If you wish to be rich, do not add to your money, but subtract from your desire. Subtract one desire today, and when you do, notice what comes rushing in to take its place. Peace, simplicity, freedom.